Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living, Leesburg. So, our theme for 2024 is a grand rising and a grand rising to you. And our theme for the month of February is divine discomfort. And if you don't know what we're talking about, then you haven't been listening this month, and you are in for such a treat today because we're going to learn about how discomfort truly can be divine. The title of our talk today is Pain Pushes Until Vision Pulls, and it will be given by our wonderful guest speaker, Melinda Jacobs. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about her after we do our welcome video. So we are so glad that you took some time out of your day to join us. If you have any prayer concerns or celebrations, please add them to the chat, and Melinda will be sure to include those later after our message when we do our affirmative prayer, which we call spiritual mind treatment. So that's all I have to say to get things started. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy our welcoming video. Please join us as we create our sacred space. We set our intentions of deepening into our awareness and practice of our 5 pillars of spiritual living by lighting this candle in our virtual world. Our first pillar is sacred study, represented by the divine quality of truth. We use this pillar to recognize the importance of an open mind and the power of our minds. The second pillar is affirmative prayer, represented by the divine quality power. This pillar honors the power of prayer in our daily lives. Our third pillar is meditation and the divine quality of peace. This pillar reminds us of the importance of meditation and the peace we feel when we quiet our minds. The fourth pillar is circulation and the divine quality of life. We know that the great law of circulation works in our lives. As we give, so shall we receive. And the fifth pillar is sacred service and the divine quality of love. This pillar affirms our call to be of service to our world as we see through the eyes of love. Let us close our eyes as we bless this sacred space and our time together. As we weave each of these pillars of spiritual living into our service today, may they deepen our own spiritual practices of study, prayer, meditation, circulation, and service, expanding our minds and our hearts to the 5 divine qualities of truth, power, peace, life, and love. We also bless everyone who made our service possible today and everyone in attendance. May the energy of love that is generated here bless everyone abundantly, and so it is. And so it is. So Melinda is going to do our meditation today, but let me first tell you some things about her. If you're a regular here at CSL Leesburg, then you have heard Melinda talk before, so you know you're in a treat. But if you're new, let me introduce Reverend Melinda Jacobs. She's a certified clinical hypnotherapist, and she has been assisting people with healing through and beyond past trauma for over 15 years. And it says that she will guide you through this transformative journey with compassion and expertise. And you know, if you've heard her speak before, that those words are not just words that I'm reading, they really are true. She is so authentic. If you haven't heard about this yet, after our service at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Melinda is going to lead us through a special workshop. And I'll tell you some more about that at the end of our service when we do announcements. If you're interested, you might want to register. A lot of you have already, but if you haven't, listen to her talk today. You'll hear in announcements how you can sign up and join us at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, because I know it's going to be just a wonderful, wonderful workshop. So, without any further ado, here is Reverend Melinda with our meditation for today.
Thank you, beloveds. It's so good to be back with you all. So I'm just going to invite you to get into your seat, settle in, close your eyes if that's comfortable. That's not for everybody. So if you need to find a focal point and keep your eyes open, please do that. So let's just turn to the breath. And without needing to change it, without needing to manipulate it, just being with the body, your sacred body temple that has an intelligence, a wisdom here that knows how to breathe you. And so just allowing yourself to fall into that space. Allowing the energy of your being to coalesce into this moment, inviting any part of you that might be lingering in a past moment, a past event, a past conversation. Just inviting that energy to come be present here. And any part of your energy that might be lingering out into the future, into the what's next, into what's to come, invite that energy, the all of your being, to be here with the breath. Into this sacred moment, into this sacred time. And just taking a gentle inventory of what you are aware of in this moment within your being. Maybe there's some tension, some discomfort in the physical body temple. Just notice it. Acknowledge it. Maybe there's something on the heart that's weighing heavy. Or maybe there's an exuberance and joyfulness here. Just notice it. Acknowledge it. Noticing the mind. Is it peaceful? Is it calm? Is it still? Or is it busy and rippling? Just notice. Just coming into this place of allowing. And deepening beyond ourselves, we recognize that presence of the one, of the holy, of the sacred that is right here within us, for we are the extension of that. Just acknowledging that, noticing it, dropping in even deeper into that place of stillness, into that place of peace that is right here within you. Even deeper, a vision of your future self, of what it is that you would like to experience, to create for yourself. That creation rippling out into the community, into the world. Noticing any resistance that you have here in this moment, and just noticing it and resting. I want you to imagine now, beloveds, that you're breathing in a golden rose-colored light that's just washing through any discomfort that's here within you. And as you exhale, imagining that you're exhaling peace out and allowing it to wash through every cell of your being. Breathing in that healing light. Exhaling peace out into your communities. Inhaling that healing light. Exhaling, allowing peace to ripple through the world. Just allowing yourself to settle into that stillness, into that peaceful blanket of healing that removes all separation. One more breath in. And just letting go of this meditation, bringing your awareness back into your space, bringing yourself back into this moment, fluttering open your eyes. Thank you.
Good morning, darling ones. This is a song Dan wrote. 1, 2, 3.
I've watched you grow, seen you shine. No space between your heart and mine. Long may you sing your journey song. This is my prayer for you.
The path is rough, an uphill climb. The way uncertain, hard to find. In darkest night, may you dream of dawn. This is my prayer for you.
Bless your life, bless this day, bless each step you take all along your way. Breathe deep, take it slow. Find control by letting go. May you bend, but still be strong. This is my prayer for you. Bless your life. Bless this day. Bless each step you take all along your way.
My prayer for you is very small. It might not be a prayer at all. It's but a dream I like to call. This is my prayer for you. This is my prayer for you.
My prayer for you.
Wow. Just thank you so much, Soul Pajamas. Sometimes I actually lose my words and it always surprised me. And that was just so perfect. Thank you so much. Good morning, beloved Leesburg family. It is always my absolute honor to come and join you and spend time with you. My name is Melinda Jacobs. I am now a minister. And the funny thing about that story is I've actually been a minister since 2015. I just never stepped into it. And through the end of last year, I definitely went through my own pain. And so our topic today is about pain pushes until vision pulls. And so I had this wonderful, amazing talk rehearsed for you, and Spirit said this morning, nope. And I love that, and I trust that, and it's definitely a testament to faith and to this idea that we are all part of the one, that it moves through us and it speaks through us, and it is always right here. So I invite you to just watch me demonstrate trusting Spirit. Uh, so last year was really rough for me. I don't know about you. I think that I do a lot of work with people based on trauma and helping them move through and beyond it. And what I've been seeing over the collective for the last few years is we're kind of together going through and coming out of this trauma cycle from the pandemic. And so a lot of us have really just kind of flatlined. Anybody? Anybody kind of experience just this bandwidth of exhaustion and tired and things seemingly not working well? But this grand rising, I love that theme for the year from CSL, a grand rising, because that's what's happening. Is it's like we're collectively coming out of our deep winter. And there's been a lot of pain in that. And last year I was not the exception. I was really part of that. And what I found myself doing was staying in bed, not getting up. I would see my clients, but then I'd go back to bed. And it was really painful. It was really difficult. And so eventually there's this moment when we say enough. It's like, oh, I can't take it anymore. That's the pain pushing us to do something different. And yet, a lot of us stay in a cycle of numbing. And I think that's an interesting thing to acknowledge is some of us, not everyone, some of us are so unconscious because we have numbed ourselves out for so long, we don't even know we're in pain. We're just in the habits. We're just in the repetition, the wash, rinse, and repeat day after day after day. And we've gotten so far away from ourselves, from our light, from our purpose, our vision, our mission, that we just get into this wash, rinse, and repeat. We don't even know. We don't even know the pain's there. And so something happens, right? Something either collapses and breaks either our health, or we have a relationship crisis, or we get to that place of, I can't do this anymore. Or we just have this sense of there's something bigger here for me. Does that make sense? Have you experienced that before? And so for me last year, the collapse, the break was a relational breakup. And what also happened was some health issues. Now, I do not believe in coincidence. I do not believe in chance. I just know how the universe works. Through the principles of science of mind, there is a law of cause and effect. There is always something that is causing what we are experiencing, right? And so I was having some inflammation, and it started last year as some annoying heartburn, right? And I numbed it. Antacids work great. And I numbed it, and I numbed it, and I numbed it, and I ignored it. And I didn't see the calling that my body temple was giving me until there was this day, and I remember it so clearly because it had a visceral impact on my body. I thought I was having a heart attack. Like this squeezing pain in the center of my chest. And I was like, oh no. I went to Dr. Google, And I'm like, okay, Dr. Google, tell me what this is, because I thought I was having a heart attack. And so I looked up the symptoms. I'm like, no, that's not quite it. And here's what I love about spirit. Here's what I love about source. Here's what I love about my inner being and the wisdom that we all have. Is it's going to draw to us the very thing that's going to lead us down that rabbit hole, that's going to lead us down that path to our highest and best. And so through my Google search of Dr. Google, it led me through one of those rabbit holes. I found a physician and I had it checked out. And ultimately, I found resolution. Woohoo, yay. But it took a lot of pain to get me there. It took a lot to crack open the habits that I had in place to get to that place where I'm like, I need to do it differently. Nature shows us our nature. We can look out into nature and see the beauty of our being, and we can see how nature changes things. Nature changes things through fire and through pressure. If things are overgrown in a forest and then lightning happens and then whew, the whole thing's taken back. That was kind of my life last year. It was just taken back to basics. And when we look at the pressure of the planet and the pressure that things have for transformation, all we have to do is look at a lump of coal. There is a certain amount of pressure over a certain amount of time, a certain amount of pain and discomfort that transforms it into the beauty that was there. The potential of the diamond was always there. Okay, this is a much better talk. I'm just letting you know. The pressure that nature put on that coal revealed the beauty that was underneath. It was uncomfortable. And here's the thing about our numbing. Oh, I can just feel this. Is when we interrupt the natural process, the natural cycle of the universe forming us, putting us into pressure and discomfort. When we interrupt that, no diamond. Every time we go to numb ourselves, every time we distract ourselves or avoid, no diamond. But the potential of it is there. I love this idea that spirit wanted to experience the world through me, and it chose me. It chose to create this Melinda experience, and it chose you to have its way in the world and experience the world through you. How amazing is that? And from that place of knowing that spirit is speaking through you, can you imagine every little inkling of, ooh, it would be really cool to do this. Oh, I'm really curious about that. Oh, I've got a book in me. Did you ever think that that is that vision in you pulling you a little bit? But then what do? Ah, no, not me. Ah, who am I? No, oh, I couldn't do that. Oh, I'll get judged. Oh, but then they'll see what I don't know. They'll see that I came in prepared today and that talk just went away. They'll see me and somehow their opinion of me matters. And so we get into this push-pull, right? We have this dynamic in relationships a lot. Push-pull, push-pull. The pain, the discomfort of living in this way of numbing ourselves out and coming into that flat line of just feeling lost and directionlessness over time can drive us insane. It can drive us mad. Or the forest fire comes in and everything gets reset. Everything gets changed. So what I did last year, once I realized, oh, this is awful. this is not how I want to be living my life. I decided to start doing little small things to make myself feel better. It's a very, very painful experience, big painful loss. And I'm like, you know what? I'm ready to step back in life. I'm ready to step back in and experience something different. I'm not ready to let go of my anger. I'm not ready to let go of my hurt. Okay, fine. But what's one little thing I can do to feel a little better? I started making my bed. That's it. I just made my bed every day. And what that did is it kind of closed the door to my safety safe. It was where I was hiding. It was where I was staying comfortable. It was where I was shrinking back from the world and just not wanting to come out into the world. It felt so big and so scary. But something was pulling me. Something was saying, enough. It's enough. Step out. And so I closed the door to my safety safe each day and I stepped into my day. And I didn't do much beyond that for a while. But every day was that one action. And if you take one thing away from this talk, I want you to take this away. Motivation follows action. Motivation follows action. What's the one thing you can do today to bring yourself a little closer to that vision? Do you even know if you have a vision? Do you even have a sense of what that is? Because what I know from the multitude of people I speak to every week is everybody's so busy and so caught up in the wash, rinse, and repeat of life and the constant numbing that they haven't stopped to even think about, what do you want for yourself in the world? And more importantly, what did Spirit choose to bring through you to bring into the world? I've been listening to Joe Dispenza a lot. And if you don't know Dr. Joe Dispenza, oh my gosh, he is spectacular. And I started listening to him because he has this phrase, and I am so all about this phrase. And this is the second thing I want you to take away, is that it's time to romance your future. I love that. And he has a bunch of free meditations, and I'm happy to get the link to you if you would like. But one of the meditations that I've been listening to every single day from the day I started making my bed every day is to acknowledge who you've been. Where have you been? Where's the pain? Where are the habits that are continually keeping you stuck and keeping you in the wash, rinse, and repeat? What are they? And what are the feelings that go along with it? For me, it was despair. It was hopelessness. It was overwhelm. It was a sense of feeling unworthy and unlovable. I mean, I was drowning in it. And so, okay, so let's name it. Let's name those habits. I wasn't getting out of bed. I wasn't exercising. I was staying in a state of stagnation. Great. Name it. Acknowledge it. For the purists of science of mind, there is a stepping away from that piece, that step. And I want to acknowledge that and I want to honor that. For people who can stay so incredibly focused on the results and what they're creating, bless you. We're not all there. Some of us need to name it and need it to be validated and need to be seen as that. But who we are today is just the accumulation of our thoughts, our feelings, and our habits. That's it. What sits underneath is the potential of your own diamond, beloved. So Joe goes on to talk about the future and getting into that place, into that vision of what is it? Where are you heading? What do you want to do with yourself? Where do you want to go in your life? I have lots of channels where I work and do coaching with people in this world. And one of those channels is through a health organization called the Gabriel Method. And what I love about the Gabriel Method is it really is about the power of visualization. And John Gabriel has said if you do one thing and one thing only that changes your entire life, including your health and body, visualize. Visualize. And so, what we know about that is when we start putting ourselves into and visualizing and romancing our future, we are stimulating that creative force of the universe that says yes. And what we know is true is when we are stuck in the in bed and in that flat line and in that wash, rinse, and repeat, we are stimulating the creative force of the universe, and it says yes. No matter what, the universe is saying yes. So stepping into that future self and seeing it and speaking from it is where we start changing our now moment. What I'm speaking on later today about bringing your shadow into the light is kind of this step of acknowledging, validating that pain. Because those patterns, those feelings, those habits need to be brought into the light. They need to be loved and appreciated for what they are. On some level, part of me last year thought I was keeping myself safe, staying in bed, hiding back, not really stepping into the world, not sharing my light, my joy, my vision. I thought I was staying safe. That's just not true. I was stagnating. I flatlined. And so in this workshop this afternoon, we're going to talk about some tools on how to lovingly embrace that part of you so that you can get to that place where you can stand strong in your vision. Because it's that place that we can create from and create something different. We have to get into that place where our vision is pulling us. And it could be as simple as starting with making your bed. I have this client and I have her permission to share this story because it just took my breath. A little bit of a trigger warning. I'm about to talk about Israel because that's where she lives. And she came to me wanting to lose weight. And she came to me after December 8th or 7th, whatever the day that was. And she is a doctor and she serves children. And she's living in this place of unimaginable. And so I'm like, okay, rolled up my sleeves. I'm like, okay, let's talk about your vision. Let's talk about what is it that's pulling you to do things differently. Well, I want to be thinner and I want to feel good and I want to have energy. Great. What's keeping you stuck? What's keeping you in the wash, rinse, and repeat? Well, I use food for emotional comfort. I'm like, good. Because right now, that's important. You need comfort. And so we started with small steps. What is one little thing that she could do to start saying to her body temple, I love you, I respect you, and I am stepping into action that's propelling me into this vision. What's one thing that she could do? And we decided drink water. And every time she took a drink of water, she would say to her body temple, I love you. I love you. And I'm so sorry for the discomfort that you're in. We acknowledged the discomfort. And then the new habits built up. And she developed some steps, and this was where her pain was pushing her. She was going through the check boxes. It's like every day, okay, I have to do my visualization. I have to drink my water, and I have to do this, and I have to do this, and check, 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 check. That's what it looks like when pain pushes us. It looks like, I'm sorry, I was about to cuss. It looks like a checklist. Charlene knows exactly what I was about to say. That is our pain pushing us. It feels like an effort. It feels like an uphill pull, like that beautiful song today. It's like, it's that uphill drudgery when we know that there's something exquisite waiting on the other side. And we met twice a month for a half an hour, not a lot of time, but it was powerful and it was profound for both of us. And we cried each time because of the beauty that we experienced in our conversation about her vision and about the fact, the absolute fact that right where she is in the midst of all that conflict is God, is spirit, is beauty, is peace in the midst of missiles coming off and her taking her grandchildren into bomb shelters, that there is beauty, that there was peace. She got sick. She got the flu. And again, I don't believe in mistakes. I absolutely don't. I think spirit stepped in because what happened in the midst of that pain of her illness is she lost her appetite for a couple of weeks. She released some weight. That's not the greatest way to release weight, but it's a way. But what happened, and here's the beauty of that gift, is it disrupted that wash, rinse, and repeat that she was in long enough for her to recognize, I don't need food to emotionally comfort myself anymore. Spirit stepped in. That illness was exactly what she needed to disrupt that pattern. For me, that breakup is exactly what I needed to disrupt the patterns so that I could step into something different. And here's the beauty of her vision pulling her. It still brings tears to my eyes. She's starting to get her strength back because the body temple's resilient. She was starting to have a little bit of energy again. She's starting to see a client or a patient or two, starting to go back into service. And one day she looked out into her backyard and she had a small little garden. And vision pulled her. She just felt drawn to it. I'm just going to go spend time in my garden. No checkbox, no pain of I have to, I have to, I have to. She went in the midst of Israel's war and she sat in her garden and she heard the songs of the birds and she felt peace inside of her. I don't know, beloveds, what your vision is. But what I know is right where you are is everything you need. Right where you are all the tools, is the inspiration, is the knowingness of what you need to do next. Maybe it's just a glass of water. Maybe it's just make your bed. Maybe it is the checklist of this is what I do to align myself with this until I just feel this internal pull to just go sit and be. Because what I know is true is spirit chose you. It chose to have this experience as you. It chose you to be the focal point of it, to bring something beautiful into the world. Address the pain. Acknowledge it. Romance your future. And this is what I want you to practice this week is talk from that place of it having already happened. My last story. I have a friend who had a party who invited our future selves. Bring your future self and speak from that place. 3 years from now, we're going to have a party Saturday night, but bring yourself from 3 years from now. And that is the only conversation that happens is from the place of 3 years from now. It was so fun. And it was so amazing to be in the energy of, oh my gosh, I can't even tell you what's happened. My health is so much better. That thing that I was struggling with 3 years ago, resolved. Oh my God, the money in my bank account. And oh, I can't even wait to tell you all the places I've traveled. It just built and built and built. We have that power within us. We have to address the pain so it can stop pushing us, so that we can allow vision to pull us. Thank you so much. I'm going to step into prayer now. I don't see any prayer requests, and I just know that Spirit has got you. So let's just come back into that prayerful place, into that sacred place, into that peace within where that divine presence is always present in the midst of all the chaos, in the midst of the pain itself, is that one love, that one light, that one presence that we are all beautiful, individual, unique expressions of. And I know there is no separation between me, between you, and between that which is the holy and the sacred. And what I know and affirm for each and every one of us this day, that there is that potential diamond within us, that our lives are the pressure of nature, that are creating the right and perfect amount of force to bring that diamond forward. I know for each and every one of us that we have what we need. We have the love, we have the support, we have the tools. We have affirmative prayer. We have the power within us to see something grander beyond what we are experiencing in this moment. We have the ability to know and to create that in this moment, in every moment. And so I am knowing health for each and every one of us. I am knowing absolute prosperity and abundance overflowing. I am knowing joyful, connected, loving, kind, respectful relationships for each of us individually, for us as communities, for us within our own countries, for us within the world. And the gratitude that just fills my heart for all of this, knowing it's already unfolding perfectly. And so I say thank you, thank you, thank you. And just releasing this into that cosmic restaurant, into the universe, knowing my order has put in, that it is being cooked up, that it is coming back, delivered to me on a beautiful, magnificent platter. And I sit back and I say, yes, yes, and thank you. And we just allow it to be, and so it is.
Oh, that was great. The restaurant put in my order. I love that. This is a song Dan wrote, and it just tops off this whole topic. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Almost eluded me.
Sometimes it excluded me.
I never have to wait again for my good. I open my eyes,
And much to my surprise,
I never have to wait again for my good. Once upon a time I tramped the world over, chasing that elusive outer score. Near the end, I trade up my desire for never-ending drive for something more. And now I find,
yes, I had it all the time.
and I never have to wait again for my good. Despite my greed,
I got everything I need.
I never have to wait again for my good. It always feels a bit beyond me. One step ahead and out of reach. Whoa, an empty hole I couldn't fill until I stopped looking out.
Looking out.
And faced my questions.
Face my questions in.
And now I find
I can't have it all the time.
and I never have to wait again for my good. Despite my greed,
I got everything I need.
and I never have to wait again for my good. No, 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 I never have to wait again for my good.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Soul Pajamas. You are absolutely right, Aaron. That was the perfect song to follow our talk. Miss seeing you guys in person, but I'm so glad that we have this format that we still get to have you come and join us and provide the music for us. And Reverend Melinda, thank you so much. There was so much to that I noted in my little journal. You gave us inspiration and yeah, Aaron, that metaphor of thank you for the dinner that I put in my order, and I know that it's going to come back to me prepared. It's going to be delicious, and on that silver platter, I can't wait to enjoy it. Love it. All right, folks, now is the time to bless the donations that are shared with us today at CSL Leesburg. You know that we believe in the law of circulation, so we are a tithing community. The donations that are shared with us bless everyone, those who give and those who receive. And your donation helps our center, our home organization, as well as organizations that support our vision of helping to create a world that works for everyone. Odds are you've already found a way that works for you to donate. If you're not sure, you've never done this before, go to our website and look for the little give button, and you'll be able to make your donation. So for now, let's bless our gifts. So put your hands over your heart, and here we go. Join me by reading the words on the screen. The presence of spirit within me blesses everyone I meet, tends to heal everything I touch, brings gladness into the life of everyone I contact. Therefore, I am a blessing to myself, to humankind, and to the day in which I live. And so it is. You know, there's something to be said about repeating something. The words just sink into your body like water being absorbed, and saying that every time that we meet is so powerful. All right, guys, I promised you some announcements, and here they are. So today is the day. If you haven't signed up already, you don't want to miss out. You already got a little taste of Melinda. It's like eating one potato chip, guys. You just can't eat one, right? Or let me go with something healthy. One blueberry or one raspberry, right? You have to have more. You have to have more. So today from 1 to 3:30, Melinda's going to come back and join us, and she's going to lead a workshop. And it is called Bring Your Shadow into the Light. So she said there are times where like we're in that rut, we're in that rinse, lather, repeat. So we're going to talk about what are those things that are holding you back. So this is an immersive workshop. It's designed to explore and embrace the aspects of our life that we often tend to like, I'm just going to push this to the side. I'm just going to ignore this. I'm going to pretend this isn't happening. And we call that the shadows. So she's going to walk us through some better understanding and some practical exercises. And I signed up because I've done some shadow work before, but I've never done it with Melinda. And I cannot wait to see what she does. So if you haven't signed up already, please go to our website, go to classes, and you'll receive the Zoom link. And this will be today from 1 o'clock to 3:30 Eastern Standard Time. For those of you who signed up, I know you can't wait. So we'll do our little pearls at the end of service, but we'll do them very quickly so that we all have time to just eat a quick lunch and come back for this workshop. So excited for this opportunity. Also, there's dream study that's going on. Always with Charlene and her friends. This is on alternating Saturdays at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. The next meeting will be February 24th, so next Saturday. And come and join Charlene and her friends and share your dreams. And you might not be able to see the hidden messages that are in our dreams, but Charlene and her friends, they'll help you. So this is what we do on alternating Saturdays. Join Charlene and her friends for dream study. And that has to be it, because we have things to do. We have to get ready for our workshop. So like I said, if you can, hang around, share what really resonated with you. You heard Erin say a few things. You heard me say a few things, because the talk was just so wonderful. But we'd love to hear from you. So hang out with us, share what pearls of wisdom, what really resonated, or what questions you have. And we'll talk with you for a little bit. But then we're going to sign off and we're going to get ready for our workshop. If you can't stay for pearls, if you're not able to join us for our workshop, think again. But maybe there's something that's already on your calendar. And if you have to leave us, then know that we send you off with our blessings as soon as we do our closing affirmation. So here we are. You know I want you to turn on your mics. You know I need to hear you. So get ready. Put your hands over your heart. Just give yourself a hug. Oh, it all begins with self-love. And join me in saying, I am love.
I am love.
Ah, I love that. That chorus, that wave, it just comes back. It's fabulous. Now, think of someone that you want to send this message to. It can be somebody who's in the room with you. It could be even a furry companion. It can be somebody who's far, far away. You can even just look at the screen and send it right out to the folks who are here today. Here we go. You ready? You are loved.
You are
You
loved.
are loved.
You are loved.
You. Okay, got you all. And now put your hands up in the air. Do something that we call love sprinkles. Remember, folks, it's all love. Here we go. You ready? It's all,
all
love.
love. Awesome. Like I said, stay if you can. We're going to chat for a little bit. And if you can't, just know that we send you off with our love and our blessings. Thank you so much for taking your time to join us today. All right, we'll see you next time. And if you can, please stay. And that's a wrap.
Okay.